Okay, guys, it's snowed overnight in Manitoba here. Some nice wet, heavy snow. Um, got a little bit of time to kill before I have to go into work here, so I decided to come to the park with the dog for a bit. Check out Group Use 2 over at Birds Hill. We have our large Camp Zagami for Scouts coming up. And thought I'd check out some of the new services and stuff that the park has done. They've built lots of shelters and stuff in here, cupboards. This is one of the older ones that I'm in right now, but it actually has a large, you can see that fire pit. Actually got a couple of fire pits in here. Probably where the guys that were working all winter long building this stuff came and warmed up and, whatnot, had lunch, that kind of thing. But I got picnic tables up as a windbreak. But I gathered up some fire fixins. Nothing crazy. I got myself a twig bundle here, and just kind of bucked up a few sticks that were just kind of lying around the shelter here. Nothing crazy, but because I'm only out for an hour or two, figured I'd go through the contents of my kind of Haversack kit. It's nothing crazy. This is just a surplus kit. It's made by Rapid Dominance. Nothing fancy. It's not even a heavy canvas, but it's quite nice. So I've got a German canteen and cup. Super solidly made. It's one of my favorites. Got some bank line for doing some lashing. I've got my Silky Pocket Boy 170. Great little saw. Blades are a little bit thin, so you kind of got to be careful with them. They bend fairly easily. A little bit of paracord. Guess I got to tie some stuff up. I got my emergency fire kit in the sealed aluminum tube. I don't know what else is in here. I had this bag out when I was hog hunting. This is my Strike Force. Probably not going to use that today. I can just stays tied onto the bag just in case. Ooh. Stripper clips from when I went to Spruce Woods hog hunting. Look at that. I gotta clean my stuff out more often. Go into so the little zippered compartment here. I don't have a tripod right now, so GorillaPod's at home. Just an old Linsatic compass. My uncle gave this to me, so it's got a little bit of sentimental value to it. It's quite accurate. It actually has a leveling bubble. There we go. 1-inch roll of Gorilla Tape. Basically first aid and every other kind of use. Streamlight headlamp. Yeah, that's it for that pocket. I don't think there's anything in the back. Nope, nothing in the back. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I gotta do a repair on this bag because it's it started coming apart on me a little bit here. The stitching kind of let go, so I gotta make a repair on that before I start losing stuff out the bottom. So I got all the small trinkets and stuff in the other pockets. But for what it's worth, it's an okay bag. It's nothing fancy. Probably paid like $5-10 for it. So we're gonna I'm gonna pause you. I'm just gonna get my my fire lay set up here. I'm just gonna use the big pit. I got of course, not having the GorillaPod makes filming a lot more challenging. So I got 2 sticks that I'm gonna prop up here, and I'm just gonna kind of lay the camera in to the sticks here, and hopefully you guys will be able to see what I'm doing. I'm gonna pause you. So back with you here. So I didn't bring out a lot of stuff today, so I got a little bit of birch bark collected. That's in the very bottom of my canister here. It's always nice to have some natural tinder. It's already kind of pre-fluffed up a little bit. We're gonna use that, and we're gonna use my knife that I brought. This is a Blind Horse Knives. Don't even remember the model number of this, but super nice, very comfortable knife in the hand. Doesn't matter which way you hold it, it's really good. It's 01 carbon tool steel. And on my keys, I have just basically a Coughlin's ferro rod that's got on the key ring, and we're going to use that as part of my EDC for and my knife to strike the fire up. So what we're going to do is I'm going to move the camera over to the pit. I've got some larger kindling and stuff split out there, nothing fancy. And get you in place. Hopefully that works good like that. Got our twig bundle. Separate that up just a bit. Get that there. Get some more. Get some of the bigger stuff out. I'll loosen that up. We're going to bring our kindling down into here. Pull the carabiner off just so it's a little easier to manipulate. So took a couple of strikes, but nothing crazy. I'm going to set that on top of there, let that eat. Hopefully you can see that. And let the flames climb up into the bundle. There we go. Now that we're getting some flame over top, we can tape some of the other kindling and stuff that I've got. Gather it up, lay it in. Leave that go. Everything's kind of wet out here. Like there's a lot of snow, and I don't know, probably snowed a good couple inches last night. But you know, I chose a spot where I know that there's, you know, some resources lying around, you know, usually. And we're just gonna have a little bit of a fire and sit and relax before I gotta go to work. Nothing crazy. You noticed there's a hole in the bin here where the wind's kind of coming, sort of swirling in here a little bit, but I laid the fire next to the vent hole. Sometimes when you lay fires in these pits, they don't like to burn quite readily. They don't seem to get enough oxygen to burn properly. So I can start adding a slightly bigger wood to it. That's basically her. pick you up here and I'll give you a little bit better view here. But yeah, so don't really have a whole lot of equipment here. So a couple things on my keychain here that I carry is one of the Lumo lights. These little lights are great. They're bright enough at nighttime that you can see stuff into your pack. The other thing I got on here is Gerber Shard. This thing's actually high carbon steel, so you can use it as the steel portion of flint and steel fire lighting. It's got a can opener on it, screwdriver, mini pry bar, Phillips. There's a hole here which I could actually probably use to pry off one of those SKS bullet heads. Nick, heel, come here, come here. There's just somebody walking, just barking at her. You know, so as far as you know, anything else, you know, there's keys on there and like, you know, stuff in the car. You know, a little repair cord, headlamp. There's not a lot of equipment here, fellas. You know, the whole bag weighs maybe like 5 pounds. But yeah, so. Oh, he's just walking his dog over there. Nicky, heel. Come here. Come here. Yeah, so you can see my fire is ripping pretty good. I got a little bit more wood here that I'm going to throw on. Just kind of relaxing this morning here. The chunk I used as a baton to do some splitting. But yeah, we're going to come here and I believe our camp is in June, and a lot of the inner tree line inside the buffers. They're called buffers in the park. It's basically like basically a windbreak kind of thing. But everybody always seems to pitch their tents in the open. I'm more inclined to pitch my tent into the woods. The reason for that is I got cover from trees. There's no real big dead trees out here, and or branches in these areas because they get picked pretty clean for firewood, and so I don't have to worry about stuff like that falling on my tent. But you know, then I'll have cover from the wind. I'll have cover from the little bit of cover from the rain, you know, stuff like that. And I'll be able to pitch tarps and, you know, rig up windbreaks and, you know, kitchen shelters, that kind of stuff out here. So that's usually my personal preference and choice when it comes to setting up campsites in the woods. I don't like open areas all that much. You know, they're fun for walking and seeing stuff, but other than that, not overly into flat prairie land, even though I live in the prairies. But I'm gonna turn you off and sit down and enjoy my fire and yeah, play with the dog for a little bit, and I'll throw a stick or something for her. And you know, get my head in the game and go to work. Thanks for watching. Cheers.